If you've ever seen my videos on YouTube before or something, in the last few months, you would have noticed this thing in the pack. It's strange how little this comes up in comments. I think people assume it might just be a fancy bit of wallpaper, but it is not. It is a literal mimic control panel from a power station. Littlebrook, substation C. Still not 100% sure what the fudge it does. I got this recently and currently figuring out how to fix it. Built a wooden base for it and that crushed, so got to rebuild it with a metal one. But in order to get this thing working and doing all the flashing and whatnot, there's a bunch of alarms and whatnot that we've got to wire in. In fact, I just haven't got a clue. We're going to figure it out. Need to work out the gubbins that are next to it. This is the thing that makes that thing work. Now, I know some of you may be thinking, well, Sam, that looks like a telephone exchange. And I would not say you're stupid for thinking that. This is a Strauger's telephone exchange, a PBX3, and you'll notice on the inside of these, you've got these sort of relays. Telephone exchange is not currently on, but there's one at the museum. This museum's not obsolete, there is. But you'll see that all of the relays here are exactly the same. Well, they're slightly different, but they're the same design. Yeah, this is a telemetry system. It's basically a means of multiplexing a loads of bits of information down a single phone line. And how it does it is it converts the parallel data to serial via these uniselectors. And I'm still reading it up, trying to figure out how, but it's making sense slowly. And this, of course, is a smaller part of infrastructure than telephone exchanges. So it makes sense there was so much money pumped into developing reliable means of picking up a telephone and calling on the exchange and stuff that other smaller companies and in pieces of infrastructure used that design and just rehashed all of the electronics to work to their will. This trim pot's important, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. It kind of deciphers between a long pulse and a short pulse. That one there, remember that one. So one of these boxes was on one control panel in one building and another box was connected to this. How? Got to figure that out. Luckily, it has come with a sizable chunk of documentation, so it is a case of just piecing all this stuff together. For instance, this is 2078. See there, that says 2078, 2078. So that circuit, that schematic we just looked at, correlates to one of these bad boys right here. And this, from what it looks like, is actually the receiving side. It says indication group selector, indication receiver group. Loads going on here, but we found out last night at the pub, we were just looking through it. Uniselectors are flicking through. This right here is an AND gate to make sure that the message is correct and not an error message. It's 5 bits of data in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 relays. Whacking out a truth table found that if the code is correct, it always ends up as a 0. So for whatever reason, if the incorrect piece of information is sent down the line, this will end up going, oh, there's something wrong. It's pretty cool.